早晨，早晨孤獨神夢者，早晨虛空，早晨 Jarvis， 梗係我啊，因為上開頭喺度把聲咦刷刷地啊，所以我貓代勞先嘅，咁啊撈翻上次個 save 啦。咁呢個我真係覺得要講多次，我覺得佢啲界面真係好差。OK， Hi， OK，I've spent the morning storing puppets. One is that was will be able to use this for shows, and that maybe when I'm less busy, I will be able to join them. 好似有啲早喎，我記得冇咁早啊。The thought of a drawn puppet so lifts my heart. It has been a long time since I have worked as his assistant. I hope we can do something again soon. 我到而家
Where is 貓哥？
貓哥，點解我出現嘅時候又問貓哥？跟住啊，到貓哥出現嘅時候啊，大家又想問我 Against up when the cross sounds. Right, I thought I would meet him by the royal catacombs. 我呢度好耐之前我已經。
We love 貓哥。
點啊而家？即係我而家又要換人。早晨，伊德。先。
今日賢少女呀。
跟住咁少佢，唔知道，但係我好似我好似讀英文咧冇貓哥咁流利，因為有啲發音咧好似卡住。但係我想試下。I raised from my chair and began to make my preparation to leave.
貓哥有種少女味。
而家貓哥有少女味，即係我冇係咪？我冇係貓哥先有。I've just stepped into the corridor when I see a familiar face. 喂，唔係喎，呢啲上個禮拜玩過已經。竟然係 Julian 啊 ！Good afternoon, Your Majesty. Julian approached and brought note before me. Good afternoon, Julian. Can I listen with you? His speech is turning.
貓哥有大 boin。
貓哥有大 boin。我冇咩？只不過係我覺得係我同佢形狀唔同咯，但係我都有咯，雖然佢都有。His speech is turning the lyrics. Without you, the commander.
大家姐的味。
大家姐味。我諗起啊，以前啊，老豆播啲歌咧，有啲咩好舊嗰啲啊，60年代口水歌咧，有隻歌叫咩大家姐啊。繼續落先 ，Grant can handle himself just fine. Besides, the recruits are lots less nervous when it's just him. Of that, I've no doubt. I hear that Julian is the one who pushed them, and Garland the one who forced them to take breaks. He and Julian balance each other out that way. After I was crowned the Queen of Agisel, I promoted Julian the new commander of the Order. 呢個應該讀 Caldera 係咪 Caldera of the Order of Caldera. She immediately chose Garland as her second in command. 返緊工，辛苦晒。Which was not at all surprising. I was already able to tell that the two of them were close. Now I see that even more. I cast a look over my shoulder before leaning forward and whispering. So, has Garland proposed yet? Julian stared at me, horrified. 點算我又重複返上次啲內容咯？點解咁嘅？但係我諗應該 OK 嘅，因為換咗個人，換咗個narrative 嘅聲音啊。Wait, how do you know about？ 呢個係 Julian 好緊張啊，即係啱啱LUCETTE 即係女主角問佢個副團長到底求咗婚未啊 ？She goes, Your Majesty, Watts told me. He said he and Galen were talking about it one night in town. Julian sighs. Damn it, Len. She raised an eyebrow. You're lucky he proposed, otherwise you would have ruined the surprise. Well, Grant did bring this up months ago, so... Wait, I blinked at her. So, it's already happened and you said yes? Of course. Will you expect me not to? Grant is my partner in everything. Her chest unfolded when she makes the proclamation, which makes it all the endearing. 所以我諗緊點解可以冇咁重複上個星期嘅內容呢？ Congratulations, Julian! I'm so happy for both of you. 不如試下飛得快啲，因為其實我都唔記得我上次玩到去邊啊！
原來超210。
吓 ？With zero？ 點解抄 with zero 啊？By the way， 我以為啲貨未到啊，所以我今日就開呢個小旅遊戲台啦。但係今朝啲貨都到咗啦，但係我已經準備咗個台機室啦，所以我就係咁飛先，即係我照開返啦。OK。上次應該係去到佢哋已經返去間屋度，上埋張床度啦。喺呢度喺呢度冇記錯嘅係問女主角想要幾多小朋友去？咁我上次貓哥係答咗唔要嘅，今次我試下答no preference， 睇下佢會有咩反應先。
No.
Any child we would be a blessing. Any child we have would be a blessing.
Now it's Watts who brush.
唔係喎，呢個係旁白嘅聲嚟啊！ Now is Watts who brushes. The washlet of his cheeks makes me laugh. 即係問完之後咧，原來你講冇 preference， 即係要去答翻咧，佢又會好似好難為情咁啊！ How many would you want?
You're right. Any child would be a blessing, but...
You want many children?
How did you know?
It's not hard to guess. You're always so good with them. What? Children adore you. I really hope I will be as good a mother as you are a father. 呢對白咧，讀出嚟真係似感爆燈啊！
見到貓姐又男又女生 face orange biting nails。
There's no doubt in my mind. The children love you too, you know.
我覺得頭先呢個語氣有啲死僆仔，有啲似 Yuki 啱啱話。我要試下換另一把聲先。
There's no doubt in my mind. The children of you too, you know.
佢會冇啲啊？ But my mother,
You ain't your mother, Lucette. You're full of love and light, little stud. And you will be an amazing mother. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
is there a reason you asked me this question in the first place?
Well, you were talking about the future earlier.
That's the far future. Was laughed.
Wherever and whenever this future is, I'm looking forward to it.
喂，如果好似咁樣 OK 喎，如果我咁樣一路讀 O 唔 OK 啊？即係我兩邊跳嚟跳去。I sighed, but I'm smiling. Me too was. I leaned my head against his shoulder. He hinted as his finger through mine and kissed my head. For a while, the two of us sit there watching the stars. We do not think about the crushing weight of the present, but instead turn our gaze towards our dream of a brighter future. 係啊，我記得上次玩到呢度啊 ，skeleton in the closet 係咪？衣櫃入面嘅骷髏骨。
His legs
as always。我唔知點樣配一啲其他女性嘅聲音啊。Dora paced the room, arms crossed. He always talked about practicing his magic, but what he really need to practice is getting place on time. 咦，係咪都係睇過啊？係啊，死僆仔嘅回合啊！我冇記錯嘅話，我睇下係咪先。係咯，個屁鞋啊！等先。Lucette shouldn't have to communicate with them directly. The order of criteria exists to deal with those criminals. 唔係喎，呢個係 Watts 講喎。
Lucette shouldn't have to communicate with them directly. The order of criteria exists to deal with those criminals.
呢個 save 真係好前喎，因為我記得上次我已經審過個反嚟啊。嗰個梗係今次都係 agree 啊。奸角嘅聲應該係點啊？啱啱先。
Heroes who ended the Great War hardly. Ross Criswell is a worse criminal than me.
咁得唔得？我試下今次又係揀個唔同嘅答案啦。I came here to speak with you about your crimes.
So you will turn blind eye to the blood already spilled because you prefer ignorance.
你把生态哥哥。
我把生態哥哥即係點啊？ The longer I speak with this man, the more irritated I become. I pinched the bridge of my nose and let out a sigh. I'm done speaking about this.
If Lady
呢個應該讀係Hildra 啊 ，Hildra 應該讀。
If Lady Hildra had still been queen, she wouldn't have turned away from all this. She was and will always be stronger than you, halfling.
He has some nerves. It's all I can do to brush off his words. If you will not speak to me about the arson attack, we are done here. The witch turns away with a scroll. I shiver a sigh of relief as I turn on my heels and walk away. Julian and Gala are waiting for me by the entrance. Are you alright, Your Majesty? Gala looks me over.
Were you able to get anything out of him?
Unfortunately, no. The knight's issuing a look. Do you want us to try again before he brought to converse? I'm doubtful he will say anything helpful. It's hard to concentrate when I'm still thinking about our conversation about was. I glance up, noticing Was is not there. Where is Was?
He said he was going to wait for you in your room.
It's so nervous to leave me alone. Will you like us to escort you back, Your Majesty? I shake my head. There's no need. But please, send by a report of the damage and casualties when it is available. Has there been any word about the state of the marketplace? We received a report while we were waiting for you. Many stores and goods were lost in the fire. Then, I must think of a way to compensate the merchants for their losses. Galan cross.
If you don't mind a piece of advice, Your Majesty.
What is it?
We won't have a full report until tomorrow. I recommend you rest for the night, and we can discuss losses and compensation tomorrow.
I looked. I think that would be best. I will notify the advisor of my progress here, then return to my room for the night. I'm eager to speak to Ross about all of this. Then, let us escort you as far as the throne room, at least.
You're on our way there anyway.
Thank you, Poof. 好難啊！又壓低把聲，即係我要抬高把聲，又壓低佢啊！ I spend the next hour doing what I can to ensure support is sent into town. After receiving multiple reports that things are stable and no other accompaniments have been found, I return to my room. Just as Julian and Galen said, what is waiting for me? He sits by the window, holding a familiar door in his hand. I recognize it as the door he brought me 2 years ago. He looks up when I enter.
Hello, little star.
Self-voicing disabled.
不過阿九叔你講我把聲太哥哥係咩意思先？你唔會係講貓姐把聲太哥哥啊？你係講我而家咁樣太哥哥啊？係嘛？可以轉翻貓姐先。
猫姐太哥哥，
吓？貓姐太哥哥？吓？吓？ His smile is strained and undeniably sad. It breaks my heart. Hello, Was. I glance at the door. Friend noticed. Friend nostalgic.
I was just thinking about how much you will always love your doors.
He runs a finger over the door's fragile, proclaimed cheek.
Always
男生
feel
其实好哥哥，女生其实好高音。
always feel oddly comforted When I look at your doors as a kid, your room felt like a sanctuary to me. Sanctuary 呢個應該係 sanctuary to me back then. It still does.
I moved to sit next to us. It's not just my room anymore. You know, it's our room.
Right.
Was set the door down on the table with a sigh.
So, how did the interrogation go? How did the interrogation go?
He said the words slowly, tentatively. 我試下降返低少少我把聲。I was not able to extract a reason from him, but his nevertheless had a lot to say about something else. Was just looked at me quietly, expectantly. He had a lot to say about you. Was expression showed us.
Me?
Was, do you trust me?
What kind of question is that? Of course I do.
So will you tell me the truth about anything?
I knew it was only a matter of time until this came up in one of the interrogations.
To which he called you a murderer. Was, do you truly have to do that for murder? Sitting with his shoulders squanted, his gaze trained downward, Was looked like a murky shadow of himself. The sight breaks my heart. 我唔知啊，我降低咗把聲之後啊，會唔會變翻貓哥？其實我係有少少呢啲精神方面嘅牆壁啊。
I did.
Was
I'm sorry, little star. I did a lot of terrible things in my past. Things I can't take back. Things I would do anything to take back.
Was looks away.
I know it seems like I've been keeping things from you, but I don't do it to keep secrets from you. I just had never wanted to speak about the past. My whole life, I've been trying to make up for the wrongs I commit. My parents' death, the human I have to hurt for years. I don't think there is anything I could ever do to make up for it.
I slid closer to him and placed my hand over his. The reason you were so adamant about me, not accompanying you to these interrogations, was because you feared that a corrupted witch would say something in my presence, wasn't it?
I meant what I said about me not wanting you to overwork yourself. But yes, that's more a part of it too.
Was, how has this guilt been growing at you?
My whole life. It wasn't so bad. When I lived at the mansion, there, I could sometimes forget about everything that happened. But here in this palace, interrogating the witches, it comes back.
He looks up at me, grey sober.
I'm sorry.
For what? Was, I've told you 100 times that my mother is the one who forced you to do those things.
That doesn't change the fact that people have been hurt because of me. That they have lost loved ones because of me.
It's true. You cannot make up for the wrongs of the past. A right doesn't resolve a wrong. But what? You saved the kingdom twice. You were under law order then. No life can ever be weighted against any other. But I've saved so many people was. I lace my finger through his and gently squeeze his hands. You saved me. What's hold on my hand tightens. It feels almost desperate, as if he is cringing to me.
You saved me, Lucette. You put a smile on my face when it felt like the world was crashing down on me. I want you. I could be at peace. I could be myself.
He shakes his head.
I know it's no excuse, but that's why. All this time, I didn't want to do anything about my past.
呢個字啊，你要查下真係點讀先。話說頭先啊，開直播之前啊，我真係心津嚟，有好似係啊，咁樣中氣會好夠啊，但係唔好嘅地方係啊，會好有力咯，把聲太有力咧就幾粗聲粗氣啊。叫 Google 讀一次先。
Divulge.
I didn't want to divulge anything about my past. Always talk about facing the present together, about not lingering in the past. And yet, the moment I start remembering everything, I lost myself. I can no longer think about the present or the future. All I can think about is how much I feel like I don't deserve any of this happiness.
You don't have to remember if it's too hard for you. Was. I raised his head to my lips and kissed his knuckles. But please, I do not want you to feel like you need to hide things from me because you are scared of how I will react. What sorrows? For a few moments, he does not speak. Just sit there holding my hand tightly. And then he speaks. His voice very soft.
How did I get so lucky to have you in my life, little star?
Fate is cruel, but it brought us together. And for that, I'm forever grateful.
You already know I was your mother's right hand. Mav was her left. The two of us did everything she ordered. We deal with rebels and help her stop uprising. Much of it led to bloodshed. I did all of that while still sneaking into your room at night. I was a criminal, but around you I felt like maybe I could be a hero. I remember when you first taught me how to sew. Your purpose put such a smile on my face. And when I used to perform magic for you, and you would clap for me.
What smiles softly?
You inspired me. I did everything I could to make things right, even when I lost you, even when you no longer remembered me. I carry your light with me. I performed for the children in town. I did magic tricks and haunted puppet shows for them. I felt like maybe I could finally do something good. But whenever you call me good,
he sighs.
I still feel like I'm not worthy of being called that. 好啦，咁而家呢，
唔記得轉翻過嚟添。我諗而家阿 Was 咧，佢就坦白咗以前做過啲咩罪惡啦，同女主角，咁佢覺得自己唔值得開心啊。而家有兩個選擇啦，一個咧就係唔同意佢啦，另一個咧就係同佢講道理。你應該揀一定揀二啊？小寶睇緊 Nobody is watching anyway. Don't rather reason with him. I shake my head. Do you know what I learned 2 years ago? I learned that the line between good and bad is thin and murky. Prophets once told me that there was no balance without darkness, just as the Tarabrum and Lucy are two halves of one whole. We all two are made for darkness and night. Make of darkness and night. But we are all capable or incredible good. You taught me that. When I say you're good, acknowledge even your faults. Was. I love you, Was. Exactly as you are. Was leans over to prank a kiss on my chest. I shift sides so that I can catch a sleep with my own instead. Was I a sparkling when he pulls away?
I love you too, Lucette. Thank you for accepting me as just I am.
Always Was. Please, never feel like you must keep me in the dark. Understood? Was smiled softly, still with uncertainty in his eyes.
Crystal clear, little star.
The words are still so fragile. I stand abruptly. Before words can move, I reach over and pull him to my chest. When next you feel like this, please come to me.我見我 OBS 嗰度啲詞冇顯示出嚟啊，唔知係筆定咩啊。You have seen me at my lowest, and time again, you have been there for me. I want to be there for you, always. I run my hands gently through his hair. You promised you would always be at my side. I echoed your promise long ago. Please, depend on me. Was inhaled shakily. For a few moments, there's quiet, stillness. And then, his arms circle my waist. He leans into me and whispers softly.
Thank you, Lucette.
I pull away from him, just far enough to look him in the eyes. Feel better?
I do.
He laughs, a little shiverishly. 好難讀啊呢個字。
I'm sorry you had to interrogate me in the end.
I looked him gently in the shoulder. You're excused this time, only if you agree to be honest with me in the future.
Yes, madam.
You have to promise me. Was felt his fingers. He closed his palm, then opened it before my eyes. I let it push up between his fingers. He hands it to me.
I promise, Lucette.
I take the flower from him and swirl it and twirl it between my fingers. Why the lily?
Shiver Little told me once that they stand for devotion, And a promise isn't a promise without devotion.
When I leaned forward to kiss his cheek, was painfully pushed away. I stumbled onto his lap with a laugh, and he pushed me closer, tilting my face up so that he can plant a kiss on my lips. Afterwards, I reached out to cup his cheek. I promised to Ross. 我有字又要查字典，等等。PLIPHERY 周邊咯，呢個係
Periphery.
In my periphery vision, I see something glimmer across the sky. I do not know if it is a shooting star, but still, I make another wish. I wish for Ross happiness. Hope he can learn to let me carry his burdens, just as he carries mine. Drifted in starlight, Ross and I share another kiss. This is 另一張，可能咁 save 咗先。OK， 我唔係咁樣又係 delete save 咯。呢界面真係好差。跌咗啊！ And that is for the report. Dora stepped back, arms crossed. What do you think, Lucette? I shift through the stack of paper on the desk, eyes narrowed in concentration. Dora and some of the other witches under my employ have been looking for information about last week's arson attack. There has been no word of a confession or apology from the witch who started the fire. It's a fairly straightforward case, but nevertheless, we'll have him speak before the counselors and witnesses at the end of the week. Hopefully then, he'll finally confess something. Good luck.
He's stubborn as a rock.
In the chair in front of me was Mouse.
Have you told Dora about the other thing you have been planning, Lucette? Other things?
Other things. I turned to Delora. Next week is the anniversary of the day Angela was saved. It is the day I lost my mother again, and the day Angela became peaceful once more. Oh right. Any fancy celebratory things happening this year?
I may have suggested something special.
I hope you did not. I do not need a fancy celebration. Every year the townsfolk decorate the town with lilies to thank me for I did, and every year was try to plan some special event on the anniversary. This year, you will not be the only one coming up with a surprise. I shake my head to create. I can think about the surprise I planned for Ross later, but now I need to focus on the anniversary celebration. Fancy celebrations aside, I would at least like to give a speech this year.
Do you do that every year?
Yes, but I normally address the populace as the Queen of Angisel. I look at her, resolute. This year, I will skip a speed at the Tereberan Barrier. Here we come to options. I will show them I'm not my father, or I will show them I'm better than my mother. Why prefer the second one? Lucette, the core of the riches are few and far between. You have the support of more of us. You were chosen by the terror brand after all. 唔得，我想講一把粗啲啊，低啲嘅女聲，我變咗男人聲。Even so, it's mean nothing if I'm not actively showing the witches what I'm doing to help them. Besides, the townspeople often forget I myself am a witch. I think it would be good to remind that I have that blood in my veins.
I think that's a good idea. But I also think you don't need to compare yourself to your mother. People know you are better than he does, Lucette. You saved Angela from her. You are the perfect to bring this conflict to an end.
But I'm still her daughter.
That has no bearing on this situation. You inherited the terror brand from her. Maybe, but you couldn't be any more different from her.
Still, my mother actively sought out the counsel of other witches and made an effort to hear them. I feel I should do the same thing, just in a different way. It sounds like you have a lot more than a spirit in mind. I have a proposition. I clench my hands on lip and take a deep breath. I've been mulling over this latest idea, which was for the last few days. I realized recently that I only employ witches for security purpose. But if all of us, humans, witches, and fairies, are to exist together in harmony, they must have more of say in what happens in this kingdom. I would like to add witches and fairies to the council. 喂，Dora 好大反應。Dora grabs at me, was, on the other hand, is smiling blackly. "唔好意思啊，啱開緊其他嘢。What is a bad idea? Not at all. Actually, it's pretty brilliant. Your mother gave only witch advisor, and your father's counselors are all human. If you can bring in witches and fairies, we'll be showing everyone you're actively pushing for more inclusivity. Inclusivity. 好難讀，好多音位啊。Exactly. Dora falls back in her chair with a little laugh. You and Santa never fail to amaze me. 死僆仔係都表現得好好。I've to thank Santa for his advice, even if it was a little brusque 啊。呢個係咪真係 brutal 啊？咩意思啊？我睇下係咪先。BRUSQUE 係咯，粗暴啊！咦？等陣先。brusque 好難讀啊！呢次。Do you think he would speak at this year anniversary? As to Lucy Barrier if I asked him? There was not. He
He's so self-important. We'll probably ask why. You didn't invite him to do it earlier?
She stands from her chair with a stretch.
Do you want me to extend the invitation to him?
Look, I said do it personally. I think he would be offended if I passed the message on to you.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Dira looks at Ross.
Are you coming back with me to the tavern? Of course. I can't disappoint the kids.
He gazed at me.
Are you sure you don't want to tag along for the magic lesson? It's always fun to watch the kids practice their magic.
Ah, yeah. What's magic lessons? I do plan on visiting him during his lessons today, even though he does not know it. But first, there is something I must do. I have to organize this paperwork first. I'll see you at the margin later.
We'll see you then, Your Majesty.
Ross stands and leans over to pang a kiss on my head.
I will see you later, little star.
I wait a couple of minutes after they leave to exit the room. The person I'm looking for is in the dining hall. I've sent his pouring soup into his mouth as Emily talks at length about something he clearly has no interest in. He looks up as I approach. 喂，呢個好靚仔喎，其實主角樣嚟喎呢啲。
There you are.
Oh, hello, Lucette. Do you and Rod have plans?
No, she's just here for this.
Rod reaches into his pocket and pulls out a little box, which he hands it to me.
Here.
Thank you for holding on to this for me. Is that... Yes. Days ago, when I went into town looking for the item store, in this box, I visited Emily to discuss this gift with her. That same day, Rod walked in our conversation and offered to keep it hidden in his room until I read it. I find it strange at the time that Emily did not immediately offer, but she confessed that Rod is better in keeping secrets than she is. The confession did not surprise me in the slightest. Still, I'm grateful for Rod's offer. Rod is overly intuitive. If I would have left this surprise for him in my room, he probably would have realized I was hiding something. Emily beams. Today is the day you are going to give it to him, Dad? Yes. I can't wait to hear all about it. Rod sighs.
It will be a nice change of topic at dinner tonight.
He looks pointedly at Emily.
It would be nice not to hear about Prince Lance for a change.
Emily flushed. You asked what he would say in his last letter.
That's for a long time ago, Em. You've been talking about him for 1 whole hour.
Emily buries her face in her hands. I'm sorry. I ran off on a tangent again. Rod sighs.
Just let Prince Lance fill in some of the details when he arrives.
We look at him. 呢個應該係 quizzically 啊，我睇下先 ，quizzically 試探性地啊，應該。我疑惑地
quizzically
係啊 quizzically。Rod shows.
Prince Lam wrote in his more recent letter that he and Claude planned on visiting for this year's anniversary.
He said he would be arriving sometime this week. But it's a surprise when.
Every day M wakes up and asks if there has been reports of their carriage on the border.
即係呢度啊 ，Emily 而家係完全春心蕩漾嘅咩？好想見到另一個國家嘅王子啊 ！Rod dipped his hand slightly, as if to hide his smile. Rod, perhaps if you spoke more about your own affair, Emily would not have to fill the silence with thoughts of Prince Lance. Rod scrolled. 呢個係咪讀 scroll SCOFFS？ 我呢度撳錯掣，我成日撳咗啱。Google 翻譯咧，咪有個咪咁嘅掣啊，嗰個係俾我語音輸入咯。其實真正讀嗰個掣應該係喇叭個字啊。Scoffs. Rob scoffs.
I've nothing to talk about.
You always say that when it's not true. Lucette, do you know what received the flowers from a secret admirer when he was out in town yesterday? I told him he ought to write a letter back, but he refused. 唔知我覺得配 Emily 把聲會容易啲。Emily told me once that Rod was in love with one of her friends, the woman at the toy shop named Victorica. 唔係呢個係 Fiorica 應該 named Fiorica, but that love, which once faded so brightly, blew out years ago when Fiorica married her poor Rod. It's strange to think of Rod in love even now.
There's no point in giving something false hope when you're not interested in them.
Then, who interests you? Emily put her hands on the table and leans forward. Lucette and I can try to sign you up with someone. No.
No.
The two of us speak in unison before exchanging relieved glances. No? I'm terrible at matchmaking. I don't believe that.
I've told you a million times I'm not interested, Em. I'd rather listen to you talk all day about Prince Lance than have you tried to set me up with someone.
The words come out cold. 呢個係嗰啲點話好啊？即係咆哮嗰啲啊，嗰啲聲。
呻吟。
媽唔係讀中文啊，撳錯掣。啊
Groan.
The words come out groan. If you insist. It's occurred to me belatedly that I don't have time for this conversation. I step away from the table. I will leave you two to your conversation. For now, I have a delivery to make. Emily's eyes are sparkling when she smiles at me. 我覺得 Emily 好可愛，我幾中意呢個角色。I will leave you two to your conversation for now. I have a delivery to make. 依家轉返轉頭啊！ Good luck, Lucette.
Good luck.
Offer my sincerest thanks to both of them before heading to my room. I need to move this gift into another box. One, I think that would be appropriate. About an hour later, I set off to town with a bag in hand. accompanied by 2 knights. I made my way towards the food store, where I purchased an assortment of chocolate. This idea came to me last minute, but, well, I think most students would appreciate it after their lesson. I staked the set carefully into my bag as I head over to the tavern. When I arrived by carriage, I dismissed the 2 knights and head into the tavern alone. I expected to see was a student in the tavern when I stepped inside, but I'm greeted with a much more unexpected sight instead. Oh, I got crowd.
Ah, it isn't the beautiful ice cream.
Crow head to the form of Bucratia, casually reclined in a chair at the center of the room. He sits at a table with Tirola, Senna, and his younger brother, Prince Lance. Even had I met Prince Lance before, I recognized him as Crow's brother. The 2 of them have the same fiery red hair and similar features. But whereas Crow is full of crooked smiles and secrets, Prince Lance is earnest and honest.
Karma, you shouldn't call her that.
Prince Lance looked at me apologetically.
Hello, my brother, Your Majesty.
Prince Lance bros.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Queen Lucette.
It's glad to see you both too. I walked over to their table. What's all of this? Emily said you were coming for the anniversary celebration. When did you get here?
A few hours ago, we parked the carriage a distance away so as not to draw attention.
And why? Exactly. You are here. Are you here?
How disheartening to get a cold reception from even you, Lucette.
即係Crow 咧係 Crowdy 係好一個好誇張嘅王子哦。Santa murmured something beneath his breath.
Of course, you are an unwelcome guest. No one appreciates having a spontaneous visitor, especially when that visitor interrupts something important.
我唔知點樣做把靚仔聲出嚟。
Important? We're not just hunting for insects in the forest.
Nice. Well said, Crow.
Don't demean my hobbies.
Dora laughs.
It's good to have you here, Lucette. Maybe you can stop these 2 from fighting every 2 minutes.
She crossed her arms.
The prince around here brought in while was in the middle of his lessons.
點解字幕係空白？而家顯示唔到出嚟咩？等下但係我而家見到人好似有喎。咦，奇怪，我再搞一搞 OBS 下。我搞一搞先啊！我而家直頭冇埋畫面。咦，奇怪。等陣先啊，咁唯有熄咗呢個再開過去。 Sorry 啊，要等我一陣間。cinderella。而家又翻啦，褪翻自己落去先。好。
Lady Delora, you made it sound as if I was intruding. You know my intention was to come and catch up before my brother and want you the palace.
Now have.
可以加油！唔知今日好少人，不過是但。咁少人我可以試下把聲咯。因為之前啊，我都未試過不停咁跳嚟跳去，所以今日可以試一試。
Whatever your intention, you still interrupt the Ross lesson.
Where's Ross now?
He took his students in the forest. When the prince saw up, he said he needed quiet for today's lessons.
即係講緊呢啲王子好鬼嘈啊！Delora suddenly seems to notice the bag I'm carrying.
What's in the bag?
It is something for us. Crow leans over. He's brought the chocolates inside before I can snatch the bag away.
You brought him some chocolate. How sweet.
There's a sudden sound, a low rumble that permeates the present quiet. Santa is smirking.
And you said you weren't hungry, Prince. I figured that I could wait to eat until we were at the palace.
Prince Lan sighs.
We would have been there by now if you didn't insist on this stopover.
Although the two of them were visiting today, I would have brought them something. I gazed down at the chocolate. It was meant to be for Ross students, but I wondered it would be a small kindness to give them to the almond brothers. 點解佢哋個姓氏好似杏仁咯 ？almond brothers。咁如果有朱古力，到底係俾啲小朋友啊，定俾兩個王子啊？我會選擇俾啲小朋友啊。咁你哋大人嚟，因為餓下冇問題啊。好啦，就俾小朋友啊。No, I purposefully brought this for the student as a reward. Besides, Crow's hunger will not be set with chocolate. 啱啊，即係佢咁大個人啦，食少少朱古力係冇咩幫助啊，對佢真係肚餓，佢要食飯啦。I'm sure the kitchen staff would be more than happy to prepare something for you as soon as you arrive. Though I wish you had let me know you were coming so sooner. I'm the queen after all. It's my diplomacy responsibility to welcome you. 我今日天文真係好鬼長啊！我唔知，我要諗一諗先知點讀。Cross shoes.
You know I don't expect formalities. You know I don't expect formalities or favor from you, Lucette.
And it would be foolish of him to expect those things in the first place. After all, you're speaking to a prince who come to a run-down tavern before even thinking to announce himself to the queen.
Cinescopes.
I can't believe you're going to be the king of Bulgaria someday. Sina? Manners.
Where the two-breaker? Crow leans toward me with a smile.
Was is in the clear rain just beyond the back door?
Thank you, Crow. A gate between him and Prince Land. You two are not going to disappear before I came back, right?
You can rest assured we'll still be here. My secret adventures days are over.
No more Miss Karma, I take it. Crow smiles, a little wistfully.
I'm afraid not. I rather miss those days though.
Land sighs.
I don't. While you were here in Edgisel, we all thought you were dead. And yes, that part was unfortunate.
I leave the two brothers to reminiscence as I head outside. The moon has risen by the time I step outside. Just as Crow said, I found Watts and a student in the nearby clearing.
So, do you want to try again, or shall we break for the night?
The children all let out a collective sigh. Which ate? 呢個係咪小朋友講嘅？定係大人講啊？ I feel so tired, I bet I'm going to fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow. I'm so tired, I think I'll fall asleep right here. Watts laughs.
I told you before not to strain yourselves. Magic takes a huge toll on the body.
That it does. You should be careful not to overwork yourself, Mr. Magician. Watts staggers when I push through the trees. Which be? It's the Queen! Her Majesty is here! Hello everyone, I see a heart at word. I walk over to Watts and kiss his cheek. The children mumbled, hiding smile and giggles behind their hands.
I didn't think you'd be able to make it.
I thought I would surprise you. I rolled up the bed, which was eyes with curiosity. Eyes with curiosities.
What's inside?
I poured a box of chocolates. I thought I would buy something for all the hard-working witches here. Is that chocolate? The children squabble toward me excitedly, thanking me in turns as I give them each a piece of chocolate. Thank you, Your Majesty. We are splendid to have a queen as kind and beautiful as you. Watts beamed at me.
We are, aren't we? And the queen can use magic too, just like us. She's very, very talented.
You over-exaggerate. Watts leans forward and whispers.
You need to stop being so humble. You are the Telebaron bearer.
我唔知道我成日一讀呢啲名詞就因為太長啦，成日覺得好出戲啊。I know, but still. Watts' eyes fall again on the bed.
Is that Is there a cheese in there for me too?
There is actually.
He actually
looks taken aback.
There is.
I laughed. Yes, it's something for you. His eyes light up.
Do I get to see it now?
It's an after-lesson cheat, I'm afraid.
You're just in time then. We're just wrapping things up here.
Your Majesty! One of the young witches bounced forward. Can you show us your magic? Other children looked excitedly. I want to see Her Majesty's magic too. The thought of using my magic, even just in front of children, makes me feel suddenly embarrassed. I rarely funked my magic. I do not think I'm impaired by any scratch of the imagination, but I do not possess the creativity was thus. What slapped his fingers? What if
the princess give us a preview for the lesson we are going to learn next time? The one you're also excited about.
Bearers! Bearers we can use to be heroes! Bearers. They were the very first magic I learned from Ross. I was impatient then, I remember. All I wanted was to learn how to use offensive spells. Ross, you know I'm not a teacher.
You don't need to be. All I'm asking for is a demonstration.
Demonstration? Ross looked a soft smile on his face.
I'm going to use an attack, and you can show the children which barrier they should use to defend against it.
So you just want me to assess the situation and cast the right barrier?
Exactly.
I glanced at the children, who looked at me hopefully. Alright, I suppose I could help you with your demonstration.
That's my little star.
Ross brought me a kiss as he pushed distance between us. I set my bed down by a nearby tree and moved to stand before him.
Alright, let's begin, shall we?
Because this is just a preview for upcoming lesson. Ross schemes over the details. He explained that there are two types of barriers, one that shields and one that defends. Powerful spell cannot be defended, while weak spell can. Listening to him made me feel nostalgic. Ross turned to me after the explanation.
Alright, the queen and I are going to put on a very small mock battle. He's going to use the white barrier to block my spell, and then I will tell you why she used it. Sound good?
The young witches shout their agreement.
Alright then.
Ross began to gather energy for a spell. I can tell by his relaxed posture and breathing that it's not a spell that requires great concentration. So I must use... 佢會唔會整蠱我啊？會唔會啊 ？Defector 我諗應該唔會咁大整蠱啊。I gathered the magic quickly at my fingertips and bring my defector to life, just as Ross shoots his magic toward me. The sparkling energy reflects off the shield and bounced back toward him. Ross immediately dodges, and the energy sweeps over the grass harmlessly. The children clap as Ross takes a blow.
And there you have it. Now, can anyone tell me what sort of barrier the queen used?
A defector, because the magic came back.
That's right. It was a weak spell, so the queen could send my magic back at me.
What shakes his head?
But remember, don't ever use defector unless you need to surprise your enemy to escape. Reflecting someone's magic back at them is dangerous. A barrier, even a small one that ends up cracking, is much safer for everyone.
The children nod and mumble amongst each other. Watts looks up at me, his eyes squeezed in a smile.
You were perfect. Thanks, Lucette.
Of course. Watts dismissed the children shortly after our demonstration. They bow and give their thanks as they leave the forest.
I'm glad you got to meet them all tonight, Lucette. You ask about you. They ask about you all the time. I know you are busy, but I'd love if you came to these lessons when you had the spare time. I make a great assistant. You make a great assistant.
He paused, then shook his head.
No, I think I would like to take a break and be your assistant for a change.
You're a far better teacher than I. Watts raised an eyebrow.
That's not true. You were an excellent teacher growing up.
He stepped toward me, closing the distance between us.
You taught me how to make puppets for my shows and how to perform for an audience.
But you were just performing for me back then. It's not the same thing as performing for audience. Watts reached out to touch a stray lock of hair behind my ear. 好難讀啊!
It doesn't matter. You taught me how to captivate.
If you say so. Watts laughed.
Little star, you need to stop sharing yourself short. The kids love you. You will make an excellent teacher.
When I'm able, I will try to attend your lessons.
We will all love that.
I glanced back at the bed I sat by tree, up at the moonlight coming through the trees. I think it's dark enough here for I have planned.
Lucette?
I told you I had an after-lesson treat. I bring the bed over to Watts. There is a childish wonder in his eyes. When he looks at me, it warms my heart like nothing else. Watts has the heart of a child, a heart full of wonder and optimism. Hello, Aline. There's no one that can bring a smile to my face like he can. That's why, when he proposed it to me a year ago, I did not hesitate to say yes. I've always wanted him here by my side. Have always wanted him, all for him, for me. I remember the moment we stood here in the same clearing years ago. Before facing Mother, Watts told me darkness makes a light grow brighter. He showed me that light. And now, I will show him that same light. I will show him that, what he means to me.
Little stars, you are keeping me in suspense here.
I smiled. And then I snapped my fingers. Little balls of light sprang to life in the darkness. They looked like hovering fireflies. Watts' eye glimmered in the light, and his looks around in wonder.
Well, this is a familiar spell.
It's not the only thing that is familiar. I reached into my bed and take out the gift I prepared. His eyes brighten when he sees it.
Is that Neverland?
A slight and intricate key over my pocket is the only key that can open the box. Tinkerbell. I handball the key and box to us. Open it. Once upon a time, this box had was magic in it. Now, I do think it holds his future. Was carefully takes the box and key from me. His eyes look misty, like he is holding back tears.
This boss has so much history.
It does. Its work in our story is not yet done. My eyes flutters and was slide the key into the box. I've never seen as nervous as I am now, watching him. The box opens with a soft click, revealing the gift Rod has been holding for me. The thing I have been trying to keep a secret from was stared in shock at the ring that lays inside.
Lucette, what?
1 year ago, you proposed it to me. What's Criswell? You tied a ring onto my fingers and promised me you would be by my side forever. In the months that passed, I kept pushing off the wedding date. I told you I was not ready for the future because I had to figure out the present first. But what you said a few days ago made me realize that we can overthink things. In order to change the present, we must work toward the future. 我係咁跳嚟跳去啊，把聲有啲 hold 唔住。始終女主角呢都係女王嚟咧，我想試下再壓低少少把聲。Days ago, I told you I never wanted you to keep me in the dark. We both agreed to work together toward the future, hand in hand. Now, I want to show you I meant everything I said with this ring. 我哋呢度係女仔俾戒指男仔啊。You bought me one. It's only fair to see the deal with two.
So the wedding.
I've planned for it to be the day before the anniversary celebration.
Lucette,
What's for is uncharacteristically strained. I can see now there are tears in his eyes, a way with anticipation for him to say something. Instead, he leans forward and, without permeable, presses his lips to mine.有啲 embarrassing 啊，要讀呢篇嘢出嚟。His lips are soft and warm against my own, but resolute. When he kisses me, it feels like I'm home. It feels like I've found my way to the light at the end of a dark path. Kissing was is like basking in sunshine. When I fold my arms around his neck and deepen our kiss, I feel as if half of me has clicked into place. My shadow, which had watched over me for a distance for all these years, is here to stay. With watches, I feel as if I can face anything, even the uncertainty that's in the future. It's stunned. 唔得呢個點讀啊，大佬？黐線點讀啊？點讀啊？His tongue closed over my lips. I lost myself in this kiss. In this moment, there's nothing but the two of us. Was take and absorb. Our bed step backward and catches me in a hug. When I fall into him, we both stumbled to the ground, laughing.
Is that answer enough for you, little star?
He kissed me softly on the cheek. Then, oh my true life, believe my... Believe my ear, each kiss makes warm blossom. Believe my skin, a heat pulling my stomach. I suppose so.
I would have waited forever for you to set that date, but
He wraps his arm around me and kissed my forehead.
I can't put into words how happy it makes me that you ask me now, like this.
He holds up his hand. A chill goes through me at the sight of the ring on his finger.
I will treasure this always.
I will treasure you always. Was kissed me again, another soft, sweet kiss on the lips.
Thank you, little star. I love you with all my heart.
Me too, was. The two of us lay there in each other's arms, gazing up at the stars between the canopies. Some time passed before reality began to sink in. The Bulgarian prince are still in the tavern. Everyone in the party is properly worried for me. I sit up and pat down my hair real crumbled.
Time to get doing, time to get going.
Everyone is going to insist I start blinking nights with me at this rate. Was take my overhand with a smile and wise.
Let's head back to the mansion then.
頭先嗰段嘢似到爆標啊！真係似到爆標。好，今日小人睇。Okay, home. Everyone is exactly where I left them when I returned. The road looks almost relieved when we reappear.
Finally, it took you too long enough. There's only so long we can sit here entertaining us brothers beans before he gets on our last nerves. Excuse me for boring you with my stories. Not everyone likes the Charmelon stories, Karma. Charmelon.
Charmeleon 呢個 Charmeleon 係咩嚟啊？我睇下先啊。Charmeleon 變色龍咯。
chameleon,
Chameleon， 但係咩變色龍 stories？ 呢個 Chameleon stories。Karma， 同埋點解佢叫佢 Karma 啊？What suddenly looked integral 啊！我又唔記得呢個字點讀。
intrigued,
Intrigued. What suddenly looks intrigued.
You like Chamberlain Crowd? I do. Do you like them?
Please don't encourage him, boss.
我真係唔知 Diora 把聲音啊，要 Please
Please don't encourage him, boss.
Sarah scanned at me as the three of them talk about chameleons. Whatever those are.
Diora said you had something you want to ask me earlier.
Oh, right. The anniversary speech. I bring up my proposal to Sina who, as Diora predicted. In Arike, I did not bring it up sooner.
I'm offended you did not invite me to do a speech last year.
I barely knew you last year. The fairy crossed his arm and looked moodily at the table.
I appreciate you asking. I suppose I'll make some time to give a speech.
Thank you, Sina. Sina just responded with a shrew. His eyes flew towards us, who is still speaking animatedly with Crow about chameleons.
I see you give him your ring.
我犀利佢又呢個小朋友嘅觀察力好強。How do you?
Don't underestimate how perceptive I am.
He looks at us, thoughtful, and then he does a strange thing. He mouths,
I'm happy for you both.
"Thank you. This has always been my greatest wish. It's wonderful to see it fulfilled." Sina crossed his arms, looking thoughtful.
A wish? Do you know us fairy can grant wishes?
You can? Sina looks.
The rules have changed since the Great War, but every fairy had grant one wish. I've always thought wishes were foolish. Why would humans wish for something they can accomplish on their own? Achieving something by your own merit is always more satisfying.
That is very true.
What are you two discussing over there? Nothing important. Now, are you going to escort the prince back to the palace or?
Yeah. Crow, Princess Land, let us go. We are on our way out when Diora calls my name. Lucette, congratulations. For what?
You didn't think I would notice the rings on Wat's finger? Are you planning on inviting us to the wedding?
How could I not? You are the one who insists we put ourselves first for a change. Diora grins.
I'm already here to remind you of the important things. You and Cinnabon, when you're watching over two barrels, would be so difficult. You act as if you're my mother.
Diora stopped.
Just remember you said that, not me.
Sina doesn't say anything to that, just swirls on her heels and storms away.
Kiss.
I shake my head, smiling. Thank you, Diora, for everything.
Thank you for all your hard work. In the end, you turned out to be a pretty good Tarbaran bearer.
And you turn out to be a pretty good man.
I'll never get tired of hearing those compliments from you.
Diora smiled at me gently.
Good night, Lucette.
Good night, Diora. I left the tavern that night with a heart so light it It could take off firing any moment. 而家下一張喎，好似後面啲章節快啲啊，好似 Minister 呢個係男定女啊？應該我假設佢係男嘅先啦。
We are here on this day to unite two kindred souls.
The minister's voice rang loud and clear in the calm silence. His voice is an encore, rooting me in this surreal moment I have dreamed of for months. I wonder it was as nervous as I am. The minister grabbed his bookshop. 我睇下有冇啲嘢可以做啲冚書聲先。
Before I proclaim you jointed by marriage, thou must seal this pact with a kiss.
I stepped forward the other and hold my hands, wash wishes for mine at the same time. 我要將我自己嘅embarrassment 咧擺埋一邊先，唔好破壞氣氛。Time seemed to stop when I'm standing before him. I forget entirely about the small audience we have and focus entirely on words. His smile is so bright, it makes my heart hatch.
Hey, little star.
Hello, was hard to believe we are finally here.
You think so? I knew it was only a matter of time. The past, the present, everything has led to this moment, and this is only the beginning.
I diverse my gaze briefly, embarrassed. You really think I would be a good mother?
You will be a good mother. You excel at everything you do.
I feel I'm only able to do my best because you are by my side.
Likewise, little star.
I love you, Ross.
I love you too, Lucette.
We seal our declaration. with a kiss. I barely hear the roaring appetites of the audience. In this moment, all I hear is what's promise echoing in my heart. I love you. This, alone, is the truest love I will ever feel. I hold on to this moment for as long as I can, knowing I will remember it for the rest of my life. 係咪完㗎？你話未完啊？個故事係咪會繼續㗎？ My mind is fuzzy when I read the next day. Last night's celebration was exhausting, wonderful, but physically drinking. The last thing I remember is nearly falling asleep in the garden and was carrying me to the bed before anyone noticed. Was I turned to see him lying beside me, twirling a strand of my hair around his fingers.
Good morning, little star.
How long have you been up?
Just a few minutes.
He smiles.
You were talking in your sleep.
You didn't bother to wake me up.
I would have, based on that you were having such an interesting conversation with Jimmy.
Jim, you. I pulled out of bed, horrified. You're teasing me. Ross propped himself up on his elbow and arched an eyebrows.
Am I?
You will not tell me what I said. Then I will assure you are lying.
Why it sound like the two of us were in bed and you...
这手写 Never mind. I decide I'm not interested. What's last when I throw a pillow at him?
What a wonderful way to start our married life.
Yes. How very regal of us, the king and queen of Giselle, to be throwing pillows at each other in the morning. What looks at me, wild-eyed, only realized when belatedly. I only realized why belatedly. What? You married a queen. It's only a matter of time until your crowning ceremony. You have been studying for these months. Remember? What's full bed on the bed? Arm over his eyes. He laughs a little breathlessly. Breathlessly.
Me, the king of Giselle? Who have even thought?
I think you will look excellent in a crown. I said to myself on the edge of bed. What sit up and runs a hand through his hair.
You weren't the only one having dreams last night.
Oh, what were you dreaming of?
The past.
He looks at me questioningly, as asking for permission to speak. I fold my hands on my lap, and look at him expectantly.
It was a dream, but it was also a memory. Math was in it.
He sighs.
When we were both taken on an apprenticeship to Hilders, he used to pit us against each other. It was how she trained us. Math is the which I used to know as Marvelous. He was one of my father's closest advisors as trader. I don't remember him growing up.
What's telling me that? That is because mother kept math close. Few news of his existence because he was kept close within the Prusy walls. Sometimes I cannot help but wonder what would have happened if I had been able to befriend him. Would I have been able to save him from mother?
In that dream, memory, I burned the math hands.
What's pinched on the bridge of his nose?
I remember I felt terrible about it. Wishes can't heal, but I tried to convince him to let me help him treat the wound. He refused, and the Hilders came in and...
She told him he deserved it, didn't she? What looks? She said it was his punishment for being weak.我搞錯個角色添.
She said it was his punishment for being weak. Worse, he praised me for landing a hit on him.
Mother used to say similar things to me. He believes that only the strong had the right to survive.
I feel awful about it. That night, I came to your room. It was all I could do to keep from crying. I don't think you noticed, but you were awfully perceptive. You noticed how quiet I was. And then you grabbed my hands and asked me if I want to help you make a puppet.
Yeah. You remember that in a dream?
I'm not surprised. That moment was very important to me. You know, it was the first time I felt like you would let me into your heart.
I slight cold enough to lean into him. Where was it that you start letting me into your heart? Was wrapped an arm around my shoulders and kissed the top of my head.
You wiggled your way into my heart the first time I met you. You were just that bright little star.
He sighed softly into my hair.
I can't help but think about my student when I think of math. He was a great student with so much potential, but Hilda was ruthless. She didn't know how to teach empathy. I wish I could have saved him from himself before he became so corrupt.
哼，我呢冇玩過上一集，唔知阿 Math 係點樣。There's nothing you could have done， 或者講you can make a difference now。我諗第二個會係比較積極嘅選項。You can make a difference now。
I wish Math was still alive, so that was possible.
I shake my head. You said it yourself. You think about math every time you teach. You teach because you want the witches to have the education you both never did, right? Why are you looking at me like that? What's math?
You know me better than I know myself. Lucette, you're right. As always, I can't do anything to change the past, but I can make sure my students have a proper education.
Yeah, that's right.
And that they learn to love magic and should be loved. It means to protect and assist others, not to destroy things.
If anyone can teach them, it's you, Was. I faith that your future, our future, will be a bright one.
Especially now that we are married.
Was grins were brushed. I thought it never mattered to you that we were married.
It didn't, but now that we are, I fully intend on gushing about you as my wife to everyone I know.
I elbow him in the side. Please don't. I look up, my grace snacking on the cork. We're extremely late for breakfast. Why did none of the servants call for me?
Well, we had a big day yesterday and have the anniversary today. Everyone probably thought it would be good to let you rest while you could.
Oh, what? The anniversary? I asked him suspiciously. Oh, you did not plan any grand event for today?
Nothing like that. But I'm still convinced that you're going to love it.
We'll stand and hold our hand.
Shall we head out?
Yes. Was and I walked to the dining hall, hand in hand. When I arrived, the usual group is already there, along with other two guests.
Good morning, newlyweds. Good morning, Your Majesty.
Prince Lan looked at us, a consternated look on his face.
Was is fine. Good morning, Lord Boss.
Cross sighs.
You're as stiff as always, Lama.
點解一個叫 Lama， 一個叫 Kama？ 係咪啲小名嚟？佢哋兩兄弟嘅小名嚟。呢個字啊，我唔識讀，我要抄。哼 ，colloquial， 口語化
colloquial
And you are far too colloquial, Karma.
I take my seat at the table and glanced at Ophelia, who sat in front of me.
Congratulations again, you two. You were quite the handsome couple yesterday.
Yes, you looked stunning, Lucette.
I'm glad the ceremony wasn't rushed.
Rushed it?
Well, you planned us all these mere days before the ceremony was set to happen. You barely had time for a rehearsal.
Crow awfully looks. Crow awfully looks up.
About that, I have a complaint. Calma, peace. Quiet, Liama.
He furrows his eyebrows at me.
Were you not going to invite us to your wedding, darling? You have no idea we'll be in Angie's cell when you made that proposal after all.
No, I did not. No, I'm a defense. 我睇下點讀先啊。
Deflates.
Defeat. Crow's defeat. Crow defeats.
Truly, I'm wounded.
I shake my head. This was a ceremony for the two of us. It's true I want fans there if they could make it. But the grand ceremony with the Lobos in attendance will probably happen next month. Be that as it may, I'm glad you and Nance were there yesterday, Crow with a smile back at me.
Me too, Your Majesty. Pay us back an exaggerated gift from Bugatti on the day of your second ceremony. Please also consider this a warning. Your Majesty, my brother's gifts are known to be, overwhelming. Oh,
呢個唔係 warming 啊，係 warning 喎。哼 This does not surprise me. This does not surprise me in the slightest. Watch Crows.
are you going to eat? Your breakfast is getting cold when we are waiting for you to finish before we drink tea.
What's left his guts were bright marks.
The native morning breakfast with friends.
It's ridiculous, and yet everyone raised a glass to toast him. To the Queen and future King of Angisel.
May your future always be bright.
As Watts and I turned to our foot, the conversation everyone has been having around the table, before Watts and I returned to Wetsumi's.
There's really no reason for you to want to haunt me. Of course there is. We enjoy having guests. It's true. We love having Princess Emily. You will come with her this time.
What are you all talking about?
Cat orange whistling 多佐各朱古力。
咩多咗朱古力啊？咩朱古力啊？
我放工打 face verbal crying。
辛苦晒。我飲少少水，因為聲帶變嚟變去啊，有啲攰啊，不過 OK，冇問題。而家我 cook 兩日。
Before you arrived, I invited the world to stay in Bugatti. We host Princess Emily all the time. After all, I think Rob would like it there as well. Bugatti have a vibrant nighttime scenes. There are always a lot of dancing and singing. So you invited me too? What? Dance and sing?
Cool laughs.
Hello 猫姐伸手拥抱的脸。
Hello Sadako.
Only if you want to.
It will be a good time. What? You should come. 早晨，老頭。
You're already talking about exploration, new hobbies and passions. Maybe Bugatti is where you will find them.
You will even get away from studying for a while. Ross crossed his arms.
Fine, I will go. It's settled. Then we'll focus on arrangements after today's festivities.
The animated conversations carries into our tea time as much as I want to stay and hear the details of other things I must do today before my speech. Excuse me, everyone. I have a few errands I need to run.
Are you sure you don't need any help?
I set a hand on Ross' shoulder as I raised. No, I would much rather you enjoy yourself here. You can catch up on everything tomorrow. You could catch up on everything tomorrow.
If you're certain.
I leaned forward and whispered. One of us, at least, should be a gracious Hans.
Good pun. Maybe I will try performing some magic tricks. You're still very much a child, ain't you?
Ross smiled sweetly at Claude.
No need to get so worked up about my magic. It is small one.
Claude's responding glance is so immediate it makes me laugh. I shall see you all later. I finished up the last of my tea before heading to the phone room. I spent an hour in the phone room speaking with various witch and fairy representatives. I'm interviewing for positions on my new council. I mean what I said to Deroa on the other day. I want to expand my council so that it includes not just human voice, but fairies and witches as well. So far, all of the applicants has been extremely qualified, which makes this selection process more difficult, as I am only accepting 8 new seats. I pinched the bridge of my nose. As the more recent applicants leaves the phone room.
Well, that was the last applicant. Is there a reason you decide to interview them today before a big festival? You have gone from being overwhelmed to suddenly doing everything at once.
I had a burst of inspiration after speaking with Sina. I called both Deroa and Sina here today to help me speak with the candidates. Deroa has been my teacher for years, and Sina is not only the LUCETTE bearer, but the one who inspired this idea in the first place. 我較大聲聲，我較大少少支咪先。It makes sense to have them both here.
Understandable. Of course, you should say that. Still, remember not to overwork yourself, Your Majesty.
Don't worry. After all of this is done, Ross and I plan on taking a much-needed vacation.
Speaking of Ross, it's rare to see you conducting this sort of business without him.
Ross has been my side this entire time, but my duties are still my own. I thought it would be best to start this process without Ross and catch him up on things later. 今日咧一陣開到可能開到7點鐘，因為晏啲可能仲有嘢做。
I hope you ain't still trying to prove yourself a worthy tuber bearer by taking on too much work for yourself.
Look, I'm simply striving to be better. I let my actions speak for
好的，
themselves.
没问题，白皮肤。
Dora crossed her arms. Spoken a true wish queen. 你望呢句係 Dora 講
Spoken a true wish queen.
The title startles me. Wish queen.
Well, if you think about it, that's what you are, isn't it? Never mind the fact that you are halving. Details.
Wish queen. Like my mother.
Titles are just that, titles. We inject new meaning into them all the time.
I wonder if I could accomplish such a thing with that title.
Anyway, seeing that was the last applicants for the day, I assume you want us to excuse ourselves so you can make a preparation for your speech.
The pitch is about an hour. I wonder if I have time to do that other thing that has been on my mind. Yes, we are done for the day. Thank you both for assisting me.
It's an honor, Mr. Baron Bearer.
Send Swords.
It's my duty to help you keep things balanced. That's the only reason I'm here. You can admit you look up to LUCETTE. I think she'll appreciate hearing that from you.
Amazingly, Senna doesn't say anything to that, which means, thank you, Senna. I look up to you too. 竟然有小朋友拍錯佢。
Goodbye.
Senna turns on his heels and walks away. Dora flashes me one last grin before cheering him out of the room. After they leave, I'm alone in the room with just a handful of lights. Sitting here in this quiet atop this throne, the weight of everything to come suddenly crashed down on my shoulders again. But I will no longer be cowarded. I'm looking forward to facing this challenge with what's. I stand and raise one of the lights over. Are Lady Julian and Sir Garland preoccupied right now?
The commander and Sir Garland are organizing the security around town.
I wouldn't want to bother them.
Your Majesty, if I may speak freely.
Of course. 喂，呢個名點讀啊，大佬？哼。FRITCGER， 第一個就係 Visa 雪櫃啦，跟住 Fitzgerald。OK， 我試下讀啊。
Sir Fitzgerald has been looking for you all morning. He's on break, but I think he is waiting outside to speak with you.
Perfect. I would rather do this thing with someone who will not ask too many questions. Then, I will not make him wait. Thank you for letting me know. I dismissed the night and head for the assist. The minute I step out, face suddenly appears before me.
Your Majesty,
Face bows low before me.
the promotion Julian gave me. I had to come and thank you in person.
Oh, right. I was wondering when Julian would tell him about the promotion. You do not need to thank me for something you earned, Fizz.
But I do. It was your belief in me that allowed me to stay here. I will forever be grateful you. I will forever be grateful you gave me another chance to prove myself.
What happened 2 years ago? What was your fault, Fizz?
Still
nothing. But if you would like to thank me, perhaps you could do me a favor?
anything.
Accompany me to the Duncans.
But why?
I need to visit a prisoner.
The which you just recently tried in court? The one who was guilty?
A pains go through my heart at his worst. It's true, we managed to get the arsonist to confess. He did so without any guilt. He said he would rather rot in the dungeon than have to serve a queen he does not believe in. Yes, that wish.
May I ask why?
You shall see when we get there. I gestured for Fizz to follow after me, and the two of us make our way to the Duncans. The Duncans are cold and drafty and always. I forced a natural expression onto my face as I approached the waitress' cells. I find him sitting cross-legged on the ground, staring up at the ceiling.
What do you want, soft heart?
He angles his head to look at me with disdain. Disdain. This D-I-S-D-I-S-D-I-N.
Disdain.
係咯 disdain 鄙視咁解 Look at me with disdain.
You do not get to speak to Her Majesty like that.
It's okay, Fizz. I approached the bars. I did not get to bring this up in court because it has nothing to do with the proceeding. But I wanted to let you know I'm adding riches to my council. The witch stared at me, baffled.
Why would you tell me this? It is some kind of trick.
No trick, just the truth. You said I'm not like my mother. You're right. My mother lied and manipulated others. She saw things in black and white, good and bad. But we are all more complicated than that. My mother only took the counsel of witches that kneeled before her. She ruled the full fear. There was also one. So I'm doing things differently. My way. I thought I ought to let you know, since you were so concerned with my lack of effort. The witch leans back against the wall with a sigh.
It's no use. Humans will always be afraid of things they don't understand. They will always fear those who have more power than them. This ideal peace you speak of is impossible.
Orange fighting nails 奈吐入左梨，要无好比区发现我讲左咩？
咦？你啱啱講咩啊？喺條天室你冇講啲咩啊？你係見到我有男有女聲啦，跟住話我把聲太哥哥啦，跟住話多咗個朱古力，梗係要唔俾佢發現啲咩啊？誒，唔好講呢樣事，而家點答佢好咧？ Perhaps then, I do not believe that is true. 佢話唔會和平啊。我要firm 啲啊，咁回返去啊，係嘛 ？I do not believe that is true. Everything I do is a step towards obtaining peace.
If anyone can bring about peace, it's Her Majesty.
佢呢個係佢呢個咧唔係我記得咧啱開始係有得揀去做呢個浪漫對象啦，而家係完全係一個女主角嘅謎底啊！佢係超級 fans 咯，女主角嘅。The witch scoffs.
You are both foolish. You can try all you like to broker peace, but you'll never obtain it. Mark my words.
Think what you be of my effort, but I do not think it is foolish to hope.
I still think it's all foolishness, but I appreciate hearing all this from your own mouth.
It's my duty as bearer to watch over the riches of this kingdom. You are included in that duty, even if you do not consider me your queen. I step away from the bars. That's all I came down here to say. Good day. I turn and walk away, fish train behind me.
Your Majesty, that was...
Foolishness, I know.
No, that was amazing. You are the most fearless person I know.
你真係個 fans 啊而家。The two of us make our way back to above ground corridors. To the above ground corridors. Thank you for accompanying me, Fizz.
Of course, feel free to call on me whenever you need me, Your Majesty.
I shall. And Fizz?
Yes.
You can use my name every once in a while. You know.
Oh, of course, Queen Lucelle.
Better. Will you be at the anniversary festival today?
Yes, Lady Julian gave me the day off. I'll be visiting the bakeries today. I hear they have a lot of special baked goods. If you happen to see a store by the fountain with a floral top, I highly recommend their chocolates, almond croissants. They are...
呢個字我唔係好知點讀，問下 Google 先。
Exquisite.
They're exquisite.
I never knew Fizz had a sweet tooth. 哇，好得意喎呢個。早知一開頭揀人咧，揀佢啊。I shall do that. Thank you, Fizz.
Until next we meet, Your Queen Lucette.
Fizz spoke before excusing himself. I head in the opposite direction, toward the front gate, where I went to give my speech. Based on the reception of the audience, my speech is well received. I tell the audience of the endeavors I've already discussed the rewards. I tell them about my intention to make every voice in my kingdom heard. I promise that I will judge every crime based on the sin, not the sinner. It does not matter who the criminal is, human, witch, or fairy, all shall be judged equally. I tell them my hope for the future, that Angel will be a peaceful place where everyone gets along, no matter who their neighbor is. And lastly, I would like to introduce someone who I believe carries upon all my effort, though I'm sure you all know who he is. Everyone, please welcome What's Christopher to the stage. Yay! The audience bursts into wild applause as Watch steps into place beside me.
Hello everyone, it's an honor for me to be here on stage, speaking with all of you. Please excuse my blunders. 係咪 blunder 定 blender 呢個？
我睇下個字點讀先。
Blunders.
Blunders.
Please excuse my blunders. I'm used to being on stage as a performer. I'm still working on policies. I'm still working on politics.
This prompts some echoes from the audience. What's used that disclaimer at the beginning of every speech, but he's just as good a speaker as he is a performer. He has always had a skill for putting others at ease.
Not a day goes by that I don't remember the Great War. It's true I served the Lady Hilders. Then she stole many things from me. My family, my free will, my heart. I followed her because without those things, I was lost. My whole life, I've been trying to redeem myself. I'll never forget the past. It's true it can't be changed, but it's only through acknowledging it that we can push forward. My goal has and will always be to help build a brighter future, one in which the Christorium are balanced and everyone is happy. It's an honor to make that dream a reality alongside Queen Lucelle, the Terra bearer.
What speech is well received, which unsurprising. After introducing Sina, he joins me at the back of the stage.
You were phenomenal as always, little star.
And you were a lecturer on that stage.
猫哥，其实你应该无视我打左 A 也是左留言。我为现今其实系讲座，但是左留言 face blue smiling。
先，我其實應該知你打咗啲嘢食咗留言，唔係咁驚。其實講咗啲人食咗留言。我唔知咯，我唔知。你唔講我就唔知，原來食咗留言咯。
Well, I had a good teacher.
Me?
Of course. I'm watching you give speeches every month for 2 years. Don't think I haven't been taking notes.
Where will you let me learn something from you?
You are welcome to come to my magic lessons, but I doubt you need them. Still, I hope you will come visit the student more often.
I would like that. More appetite follows in a speech. He, like Watts and I, speaks at length about balancing the Christorium and making things equal between the fairies, witches, and human. At the end of the speech, all three of us come to the front of the stage to deliver our final words. This time, when the audience cheers, the four ladies onto the stage. The responses brings a smile to my face. I remember what Cinna said about wishes and making them come true on our own. I will dedicate myself to Angela for the rest of my days. I will make sure her future is a bright one. After the speech, the townspeople approach with their bouquets and well wishes. The air is filled with jubilance. 應該係 jubilance。睇下點讀先。
最近 YT 真系流失，观众原因都极多：一来做创作辛苦，二来观众时埋留言，做又无开心，帝国各又无可以打字，又变成
jubilant
conversation as they come to over their place。而家 YouTube 係怪怪地，我唔知係咁即係咁扣 views 啦，然之後啲演算法又推得好慢啊。不過感覺好似唔係好歡迎啲創作者啊。It's more overwhelming today than any other day of the year, but reports how the two of us managed to speak to everyone. By the time we're all done, all I want is sit on a bench and relax, but
举止细想人落广告 face purple crying face purple crying face P.
We have got some time before the surprise I planted. Maybe we could use the free time to treat ourselves to something delicious.
I remember what Fitz said about that break. There being a bunch of themed baked goods around town today. He mentioned some store with almond chocolate croissants.
What are you in the mood for?
可以啊，大家中意啲candy apples。呢應該係好似冰糖葫蘆咁啊 ，candy apples。大家中意食啲我哋冰糖葫蘆啊嘛，蘋果糖啦，定話食 croissants 咧？
Candy apple
Candy apples, OK。
苹果糖
1:1。不過因為就係女仔 game 咩，所以我跟 Sadako 嘅揀法。
How nostalgic of you.
What? We are clearly the superior cheat.
我中意 Candy apple face red heart shape face red heart.
I can always pick up a croissant later.
我无戏女仔咩 face purple crying face purple crying face.
Agreed. What's her?
What's hers on his hand? I take it and allow him to lead me toward our favorite store. The store owner we have been visiting for years is there and smiles at us brightly when we arrive. Hi, Yuhi!
Oh, Queen Lucette, Lord was.
呢把聲做個 merchant 得唔得？ The man bows deeply.
It is, as always, an honor to serve you both. Thank you for your thoughtful speeches today.
呢把聲應該就要呵呵呵咁少喎，因為呢個老闆就係會
呵呵呵嘅。What will you two have today?
Blue smiling face blue smiling.
The usual, please.
Always a good choice.
was dipped into his pocket for coins for the merchants, but the man refused
圣诞
to
老
take
人
them
face blue smiling
when he
face
hands
blue
us
smiling face.
our apples.
I can't take money from you, especially not today. Please, these are my sheets.
其實我覺得我把聲係啱配啲咖啡多啲。So sad. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Your Portrait is the greatest honor.
Wasn't I settled on a nearby branch to eat the apples? But when I reached to take mine from him, He lifts my apple into the air away from me。即係有啲好俏皮嘅畫面，嗰呢度又冇 CG 啊，即係坐喺長凳度諗住孖公仔食嘢，跟住有個男仔咧，佢老公嘅嘢係，佢老公一嘢掹咗支蘋果舉高佢啊。He takes a bite from his and chews for a few moments before finally handing me my apple. A mischievous smile on his face.
Sorry, just want to make sure they weren't poisonous. They weren't poisonous.
即係喺度講笑啊！即係要試下有冇毒先啊！I grabbed the electricity at my fingertips and shot him in the shoulder. What's just laughs？ 佢哋兩個嘅小情趣咧，就係因為佢哋係魔法師嚟㗎嘛，即係上一集都有啦。女主角咧喺呢啲俏皮嘅環節咧，佢就會喺手指中間咧束啲電流，就可以電佢膊頭咯。跟住個男仔又笑喎，即係而家呢個咧，呢個男主角其實咧佢嘅癖好咧同九叔有啲似嘅，佢都中意激佢老婆啊，跟住佢老婆電佢咧，佢就會好開心啊！
You remember what I said years ago when I first treated you to these apples?
Other than that same poison apple comment, you said you would always remember that day. What's looked?
I'll never forget how happy you looked that day.
You told me you were fulfilling a promise you made to me long ago. Oh, that's right.
That's why you always wanted to try all the desserts around town but couldn't have left the place.
And now, here we are. What's kissed the top of my head?
Right, here we are.
After the two of us finish our dessert, Walt stands and offers me a hand.
It's about time for your surprise, I think.
Last year, Walt used his magic to carve archways made of lily in the main plaza for me to walk through. I hope he didn't go out of his way to do something like that this year. I'm both excited and nervous.
Don't be nervous. I know you're going to love this.
He winks at me.
Will you mind closing your eyes?
What?
Please, a surprise isn't a surprise if you can see it.
He leans closer to me, close enough to whisper in my ear.
Don't worry, little star. I will guide you.
Fun, if you insist. I close my eyes and hold tight to Walt's hand, letting him lead me to this surprise location.
We are almost there.
I hear turbulent chatter as we pass through lively crowds, but I cannot focus on any of their conversations. I hear is the loud throbbing of my own heartbeat. 呢個應該 throbbing 啊，好煞風景啊！呢啲時間喺度查字典。
Thudding.
Thudding. All I hear is the loud thudding of my own heartbeat. And then I hear a door open. What leads me carefully through an opening? What leads me carefully through an opening?
Open your eyes, little star.
I open my eyes to find myself in a familiar space. I recognize it immediately. My home away from home. The merchant tavern.
Surprise!
童年牌喺晒度。All my friends stand before me, clapping and laughing at my surprise. I'm too shocked to even be embarrassed. 好多人喎。Your voice over. It has been a long time, too long, since I saw all of them here together.
You're getting... Your Majesty.
Her Majesty
大
has...
显 face blue
Huh?
smiling face blue smiling face blue
大姐姐開後宮。
shelter
How say? Her Majesty has reason to be surprised. It's been years since we were all here.
The last time we were, our lovely queen was but a princess. And now she is the most powerful woman in all the land. That's some impressive character development. Character, ah! It's meant that if we were characters in a fairy tales. Well, in this you are.
Good story, we ain't? It's be a little disappointing if this were just a little story. If this were just a story.
It would make a good tales for Bartle, wouldn't it?
What's with an arm around my shoulders and pulls me closer?
Surprise, Lucette.
I don't understand. What are you all doing here? We were here for you, Your Majesty. What?
We even let the broom out of the closet for you for today.
Oh no. Where's it me 啊？嗰個魔法掃把啊嘛，好似哈利波特咁。The broom hops into my arms before I can step away. Thankfully, it does not force me to clean anything. It just seemed jittery with excitement. I suppose it is good to see you again, Mr. Broom. The broom hops around us, all in celebration, despite my best effort.
扫把小精灵 face red heart
掃把小精靈 I cannot stop myself from laughing.
Van de God's Lance wasn't invited. You're just glad he is not here to steal all the attention away from you. He does not steal the attention away from me. You're clearly in dental, Prince. Denial. Dental.
Dental 講咗 dental denial.
You're clearly in denial, Prince. Shush.
有點 SHUSH 好多 sh 佢音啊，咪
Shush.
我真係
Shush. Small one. What did you just call me? Oh, tiny no, I wouldn't. Comment on my height one more time and I will smash a chair over your head. You will not.
Let's approach and take my hand as the banter continues. 有一讀 banter 呢個詞banter BANTER
Banter.
As the banter continues. It was a suggestion. He thought you may enjoy a dinner with friends for a change of pace. Friends. 冇呢個唔係 Annette 講喎，呢個我講嘅。Friends. The word makes my eye fraught with tears. Once upon a time, I did not have friends. Now, I have many of them. I'm so incredibly grateful for all of them. I made your favor for tonight. Hope you like them. And I suddenly looked nervous. Your Majesty. I realize I'm crying in earnest now. What wraps a straight tear away? A straight tear away.
You okay, little star?
Everything about this is perfect. Was.
Good. I like to think I know you pretty well.
I turned back to Annette. Please, Annette, I would love dinner. Annette clapped her hands together and raised her voice loud enough for everyone to hear. Dinner time, everyone! Everything is on the house, including the hot chocolate. As everyone cheers and falls about after Annette, I turn to Ross. Thank you, Ross, for everything. Ross pushed me into an embrace. 我又嚟啲好難為情嘅場合。
No, thank you, little star.
The two of us share a quick kiss beneath the travel light before we follow the group into the reception area. Tonight, I forgot I'm a queen and a terrible bearer. Tonight, I'm just Lucette, a girl who is here at the Mansion Tavern to enjoy good food and good company. 而家去到第6章，我唔知㗎，咁跳嚟跳去會唔會好過會比上一次好啊？上一次淨係貓哥把聲喺度講嘢，今次我試下變晒全部聲音，不過負荷有啲大啊，我要成日因為聽日有2個台要開啊，咁啊去到呢度打住先啊。咁而家 thank you 你哋先，等下，咁辛苦晒Sadako，辛苦晒西，辛苦晒 Yuki， 辛苦晒九叔，辛苦晒內兔，辛苦晒 D boy， 辛苦晒孤獨尋夢者，辛苦晒伊德，辛苦晒虛空，辛苦晒 Jarvis， 咁啊今日去到呢度先，但係記得 save。
辛苦晒貓姐合掌感謝的人白皮膚紫色愛心。
多謝你哋睇啊，咁樣揀個 slot， 然之後 save 落去，應該就係咁啦。然之後放返去呢個 King John at 應該係女主角嘅爸爸。
Protect our kingdom, protect our kingdom. I will always be with you.
好啦，就用呢句嘢收尾啊！咁而家我轉去 loading 畫面啊！多謝晒大家，我哋聽日再見啊！
Blue smiling face, blue smiling face,
拜拜。
blue smiling